Do you want to teleport around while throwing hands at your enemies, being immortal while doing so? Welcome to the Maxroll channel. I'm your host Chronix, and this is Maxroll's Crushing Hand Guide for Spiritborn in Diablo 4 Season 6. This build scales its damage in 4 different ways. Crazy, right? The first way is through Rod of Kapeleke. This unique item makes your core skills, now also basic skills, free to cast but deal less damage. Additionally, when cast at maximum vigor, your core skills now consume all your vigor to return to full damage, being cast at largest size, and become guaranteed critical strikes with an additional 3% critical strike damage multiplier per vigor spent this way. This proc is so powerful that you want to exert it on every single cast of your crushing hand, forcing you to get to maximum resource every time you attack. This can be achieved through your Ring of Midnight Sun, which restores 50% of the vigor you've spent in the last 2 seconds and 100% increased resource generation through various sources, doubling the Midnight Sun's 50% restored vigor to 100%, regenerating your full vigor every time you attack, providing the Rod of Kapeleke effect on every hit. To learn more about the calculation behind this, check out the FAQ section at the bottom of the written Maxroll guide. The second way this build scales its damage is through redirected force. This aspect contributes an incredible damage multiplier to your build, scaling with your block chance and also being doubled on successful block. To get the maximum out of this effect, you are staking as much block chance as possible to not only guarantee permanent uptime on the increased redirected force, but also make you incredibly tanky. Your third damage scaling effect is unyielding hits. This aspect provides an incredible boost to your weapon damage, scaling with your armor. So the more armor you have, the more damage you deal. Total armor on your neck helps in boosting your armor to the required breakpoint of 5000 to squeeze the most out of this aspect. The fourth damage scaling effect is Resolve. Usually Resolve increases your damage reduction by 20% as long as you have stacks which are consumed every time you take direct damage. But with the Colossal Glyph, this also becomes a gigantic damage multiplier, turning your defensive tempers on your neck, your chest and your pants into offensive and defensive ones. Defensively, your aforementioned resolve stacks are providing not only the baseline 20% damage reduction, but Perseverance also scale their effect with the amount of resolve stacks you have. Additionally, the POC Q rune word as well as the Auspicious passive provide a permanent barrier for your character. In the skill tree, Rampant Crushing Hand directly synergizes with the previously mentioned resolve stacking, further amplifying your overall damage. Ravager with the Measured Ravager upgrade lets you teleport to your targets and increase your vigor generation to help with your Rod of Kapeleke procs. Armored Hide functions as your resolve generator, unstoppable and additional block chance, while counterattack provides 100% dodge chance during its duration and boosts your damage passively for every close enemy. Potent and Furnace are incredible damage multipliers, and one of these should be present on your amulet to further boost your damage. The Hunter Ultimate functions as a gap closer, a finishing tool, and overcap your ferocity charges, which increase your attack speed. Both effects of the Prodigy's Tempo key passive are permanently used, since Rod of Kapeleke makes you use core and basic skills with just one skill. This increases skill ranks and reduces all your cooldowns every third cast of Crushing Hand. For the Paragon Board, you place the Fitness Glyph on your starting board, providing an immense additive damage source since you are always critting. Your second Paragon Board is Viscous Shield, which increases your damage for each 3% of your maximum life you have as barrier, and the Spirit Glyph. The third Paragon Board is Sapping with the Outmatch Glyph, and as a fourth Paragon Board you choose Revealing and Colossal. Last but not least, you use Drive and Turf as your fifth Paragon Board and Glyph combination.